A teacher can have a class of 30 students, all working at different locations on the program, working independently at their instructional level. This video series will save the parents and teachers hours of instructional preparation. Students will turn on their computers, open Grandpa Ken's timetables program on YouTube, follow the instructions, stop and start the video after each question. Parents wishing to have support material with this YouTube video, you can download the program at www.123math.ca. This 250-plus page timetable program consists of summary charts, flashcards, step-by-step instructions, timetable assignments, audio files, and more. This YouTube video series is designed to follow Program 5. Number 1, counting sequences. Number 2, the rookie level. Number 3, the advanced level. And number 4, the expert level. This video program is designed to allow the parents or teachers to stop the video after each question, allowing the student lots of time to arrive at their solutions. Please stop the video after each question. It is not a race, but a time to allow each student to think out the solution to each question. The next page is about a story of a mother who was very concerned about her daughter's math skills in grade 3. I sent the program to the mother. You can stop the video at the next page to see how the 123math.ca program helped her daughter if you wish. Stopping the video is better than myself reading the mother's experience using the 123math.ca program. For the students to master each set of timetable facts, there are only 2 questions they have to ask themselves. Question 1, what does 3 times 4 mean? And question number 2, how many fingers do I raise? Knowing these 2 questions, the students will learn the timetable facts quickly. Parents or teachers who have successes they would like to share, please email me at widigu@gmail.com. Parents, teachers, please stop the video after each question to give the students time to think out their solution. After each question, the answer follows so the student can check immediately if they reach the same conclusion as the video. What is the product of 1 times 4? Ask yourself, what does 1 times 4 mean? 1 times 4 means 1 group of 4s. How many fingers do I raise? There is 1 group of 4s, therefore I raise 1 finger for the 1 group of 4s. Count by 4s on your 1 finger, therefore 1 times 4 equals. Check your answer. Place the 4 on your 1 finger, therefore 1 times 4 equals 4. What is the product of 2 times 4? What does 2 times 4 mean? 2 times 4 means 2 groups of 4s. How many fingers do I raise? There are 2 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 2 fingers for the 2 groups of 4s. Count by 4s on each finger, therefore 2 times 4 equals 4, 8, 2 times 4 equals 8, the product is 8. What is the product of 3 times 4? What does 3 times 4 mean? 3 times 4 means 3 groups of 4s. How many fingers do I raise? There are 3 groups of 4s. I raise 3 fingers for each group of 4s. Count by 4s on each finger. Therefore, 3 times 4 equals, what is the product? 4, 8, 12. We counted by 4s on each finger. Therefore, 3 times 4 equals 12. What is the product of 4 times 4? What does 4 times 4 mean? 4 times 4 means 4 groups of 4s. Ask yourself, how many fingers do I raise? There are 4 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 4 fingers for the 4 groups of 4s. On your own, count by 4s on each finger. Therefore, 4 times 4 equals 4, 8, 12, 16. Therefore, 4 times 4 equals 16. What is the product of 5 times 4? What does 5 times 4 mean? 5 times 4 means 5 groups of 4s. How many fingers do I raise? There are 5 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 5 fingers for the 5 groups of 4s. Count by 4s on each finger. Therefore, 5 times 4 equals, let's count by 4s on each finger. 4, 8, 12, 16, 20. Therefore, 5 times 4 equals 20. What is the product of 6 times 4? What does 6 times 4 mean? 6 times 4 means 6 groups of 4s. How many fingers do I raise? There are 6 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 6 fingers. I want you to count by 4s on each finger. Therefore, 6 times 4 equals 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24. Therefore, 6 times 4 equals 24, and the product is 24. What is the product of 7 times 4? Ask yourself, what does 7 times 4 mean? 7 times 4 means 7 groups of 4s. Ask yourself, how many fingers do I raise? There are 7 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 7 fingers. Count by 4s on each finger. Therefore, 7 times 4 equals, what is the product? 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28. 7 times 4 equals 28. The product is 28. What is the product of 8 times 4? Ask yourself, what does 8 times 4 mean? 8 times 4 means 8 groups of 4s. How many fingers do I raise? There are 8 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 8 fingers. Count by 4s on each finger. Therefore, 8 times 4 equals 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32. Therefore, 8 times 4 equals 32. What is the product of 9 times 4? What does 9 times 4 mean? 9 times 4 means 9 groups of 4s. How many fingers do I raise? There are 9 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 9 fingers. Count by 4s on each finger. Therefore, 9 times 4 equals 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36. Therefore, 9 times 4 equals 36. Your product is 36. What is the product of 10 times 4? Ask yourself, what does 10 times 4 mean? 10 times 4 means 10 groups of 4s. Ask yourself, how many fingers do I raise? There are 10 groups of 4s. I raise 10 fingers. Count by 4s on each finger. Therefore, 10 times 4 equals, the product is 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. 10 times 4 equals 40. The product is 40. What is the product of 0 times 4? What does 0 times 4 mean? 0 times 4 means 0 groups of 4s. How many fingers do I raise? There are 0 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 0 fingers. Count by 4s on each finger. Since you have 0 fingers raised, therefore 0 times 4 equals. Since you have 0 fingers raised, therefore 0 times 4 equals 0, and 0 times 4 equals 0. Here is a rule for multiplying any number times 0. 0 times any number is always 0. What is 0 times 28? 0. What is 0 times 45? 0. What is 0 times 79? 0. Any number times 0 is always 0. What is the product of 11 times 4? What does 11 times 4 mean? "11 times 4 means 11 groups of 4s. Ask yourself, how many fingers do I raise? There are 11 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 11 fingers. I guess you are asking, how can I raise 11 fingers when I only have 10 fingers? You raise your 10 fingers, and as you count, touch your nose as your 11th finger and count one more group of 4s. Count by 4s on each finger. Touch your nose and count 4 more. 11 times 4 equals 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Touch your nose, add 4 more, 44. 11 times 4 equals 44. What is the product of 12 times 4? Ask yourself, what does 12 times 4 mean? 12 times 4 means 12 groups of 4s. Ask yourself, how many fingers do I raise? There are 12 groups of 4s, therefore I raise 12 fingers for 12 groups of 4s. Well, I guess you are asking, how can I raise 12 fingers when I only have 10 fingers? You raise your 10 fingers, touch your nose, add 4 more, touch your chin, add 4 more, 12 times 4 equals. Count by 4s on each finger. Touch your nose and add 4 more, touch your chin and add 4 more. Therefore, 12 times 4 equals 4, 8, 12, 16, 20, 24, 28, 32, 36, 40. Touch your nose, add 4 more, 44. Touch your chin, add 4 more, 48. 12 times 4 equals 48.